Hello everyone, today we'll be going through IGCSE Cambridge Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058043 October November 2021. Keep in mind that official marking scheme of this paper is not yet available, so we have taken extreme care so that there should be no mistake. But just to mention that so far official marking scheme of the paper is not available. So just whenever it will come, we will tell you our answers with the same. Let us move to the question number one. Question number one says the diagram shows three triangles T, A and B drawn on a 1 centimeter square grid. A part, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle T onto triangle A. This is a 3 marks part. Triangle T is this one, and we have to check on this. So basically this is rotating. We can figure out this side is rotating to this side, and this point is moving to this point, and this is the center of rotation, and you can even check with the tracing paper also. So this is the center of rotation, which we can write as 5 and 2, and this rest of the working I'll erase, that is rough working. So our answer will be rotation 90 clockwise, 90-degree clockwise. So this is rotating to the clockwise, so we will say rotation 90-degree clockwise about the center, and center is 5 and 2, we can provide over here. So all these things, three things we have to mention. Now in B part, I describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle T onto B. T onto B, we can see this is just shifting 1 unit to the left, and then it is moving 4 units up. So we can say 1 unit left mean -1, and 4 units up will be just 4. So vector will be -1 and 4. This will be the vector by which it is translating. So it will be translation. We can say it is translation 1 unit left, or we can directly provide translation by -1 and 4. We can write like this, and we can otherwise we can say 1 unit left and 4 units up. 4 units up. So we can, this is like alternate statement which I have provided. Now second part, calculate the distance that each point of triangle T moves when it is mapped onto triangle B. Now we have to check how much is the movement of each point. For that one we can basically check for the triangle, and we can check, for example, this point is moving to this one, and the triangle, if we want to draw, will be this much. This is the triangle, and the direct route will be direct route we can draw roughly like this one. So this will be our direct route, and this side is 1 unit, and this side of the triangle is 4 units. So this hypotenuse of this, if we consider this triangle, So the hypotenuse of this triangle will be equal to what? This will be equal to 1 square plus 4 square under root by Pythagoras theorem. So this will be the distance moved, and which will be 1 plus 16 will be 17 under root. So 17 under root, this working we can basically provide over here. We can write 1 square plus 4 square under root. This will be the distance, and that will be 17 root. And 17 root we can write under root of 17 is equal to, in decimal, 4.123. So our answer we can provide 4.123, and up to 3 significant figures it will be 4.12. This will be our answer. We can write 4.12 over here. This was 2 marks question which we are done with. Question number 2a part, circle theorem question. Diagram is provided which is not to scale. A, B and P are points on the circle. A is this one, B and P, and O is the center. So this is center, and angle OBA is 38. Angle is 38. Find angle APB. APB is which angle? APB we can figure out. This is the angle which we need to find. And for this one, if we first consider this triangle, this one, so we can check for this angle which is BAO. So BAO and this 38 will be equal because OA is radius and OB is also radius, so both are radii. So we can write, basically this is 3 mark question, so better to write working also. So we can say in triangle, we can write here in triangle AOB angle OAB is equal to angle ABO, which is equal to 38 degree, and the reason we can write opposite angles of same side of opposite angle, opposite angles of same sides. So next is what? This is also 38 degrees. So this angle AOB, angle AOB will be equal to 180 minus 38 plus 38, and this will be equal to, we can calculate this angle will be equal to 180 minus 38 plus 38, and this will be equal to 104 degrees. 104 degrees, and we know this because of all 3 interior angles of a triangle are adding up to 180 degree. So now angle at the center is double than the angle at the circumference, so we can write angle APB will be equal to 104 degrees divided by 2, which is equal to 52 degrees. So this angle will be 52 degrees. We can write over here 52 degrees. So this will be our working which we can provide it. This was a 3 marks part which we have done. Now B part, there is another drawing which is provided which is also not to scale. CDEF is a cyclic quadrilateral. C D E and F, cyclic quadrilateral, and FC is equal to FE. FC is equal to, this side is equal to this side. TU is the tangent, so TU is the tangent to the circle at C, and angle TCF is 50 degree. This angle is 50 degree. Find what we have to find. First of all, we have to find angle EFC. So EFC angle will be this one. So we can figure out, first of all, we will figure out this angle, this one, which is FEC. FEC will be equal to 50 degree. This angle is equal to this angle by alternate segment theorem. So we can write CDE is required basically. So first of all, we will figure out this EFC basically, EFC. So we can write here this angle is also 50 degree by alternate segment theorem. So if this is 50, these two sides are equal, so this will also be 50. And if these two angles are 50, so this angle which is CFE, which is or EFC, which is required angle, is equal to 80 degree. So we can write here 80 degree as our answer. We can write here 80 degree. Now on the diagram I have mentioned the detail also, and for the second part they're saying the angle CDE. So in case of a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles, this angle and this angle, which one? So if I mention this angle and this angle are adding up to 180 degrees. So this angle will be, this CDE angle will be 100 degrees. So we can mention, because this is 1 mark question, so just mentioning 100 degree will be sufficient for this question. Now question number 3. Question number 3 diagram is provided which is not to scale, and 3A part we are going through. The diagram shows a prism. The cross section of the prism is trapezium with CD parallel to AB. CD is, this one is parallel to this one, and AC is equal to BD. So AC is equal to BD. We can write this side is equal to this side. What else is given? AB is equal to 10, AB is equal to 10 over here, and CD is equal to 4, CD is equal to 4, and the height of the trapezium is 5. Height they have mentioned over here, which is 5 centimeter. The volume of the prism is given 525 centimeter cube. So volume of the trapezium is provided, and first part which we need to find is the prism is made of iron. 1 centimeter cube of iron has a mass of 7.8 grams. Calculate the mass of the prism, giving your answer in kilograms. So 1 centimeter cube of iron is 7.8. So we can write mass will be, mass of prism or mass will be equal to 7.8 will be multiplied by 525. Why? Because 1 centimeter cube is 7.8, so 525 centimeter cube will be multiplied by this. So unit price we know, so we have to multiply by 525, and keep in mind this will be answer will be in grams, which we later convert into kilograms, and which is the requirement of the answer. So this will be 404095 grams, which we need to convert to kilograms. So we can write 4095 divided by 1000. This will be kilograms, and which is equal to 4.095, and this will be kilograms, which we can write over here. This will be our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now calculate the length of the prism. Length of the prism is also required. For that one, length of the prism volume we can utilize for that, and for that basically we require what is required. This is the length of the prism which is required. So we know that face area is what? Face area is this one. So face area, which is a trapezium, so face area multiplied by length will be the volume. So we have the volume. We will find the face area of the trapezium. So we can write here area of trapezium is equal to area of trapezium is equal to half into A plus B into H. This is the formula which we are using, and half into A plus B are the parallel sides, which is 10 plus 4. So these are the two parallel sides. So 10 plus 4 into height, which is provided over here, which is 5 centimeters. So we can write 5 centimeter, and this will be um, 0.5 in brackets. 10 plus 4 will be 14, and multiply by 5 will be equal to, we'll have to multiply, this will be 35. So area, face area is 35 centimeters square. So volume is equal to what? The volume is equal to face area multiplied by length. So volume is 525, which is provided, and area is 35, and L is the value which we need to find. So L will be equal to 525 divided by 35, and 525 divided by 35 will be equal to 15, and this will be in centimeters. So 15 centimeters will be our length, which is the 3 marks question which we are done. This will be 15 centimeters which we have calculated. Now for the next third part, they are saying calculate the total surface area of the prism. So for total surface area of the prism, face area we already have. So there are two face areas. So one face area is A, B, C, D, and the second face area is this opposite side. So two face areas we can write 2 into area of trapezium, and that is equal to 35 into 2, and that will be 70 centimeters square. These are the two sides which we had taken. Now we have to take top and base. So first we can take base. So base area will be equal to, base area is equal to, one side is 10 and other side is 15. So we can write 10 multiplied by 15, which is equal to 150 centimeters square. And top area will be equal to, top area is 4 multiplied by length, which is 15, and top area we can figure out like top area will be this area, top of the prism. So this will be, as we have discussed, 4 multiplied by 15. So we can write here 4 multiplied by 15, which is equal to 60 centimeters square. And now slanting sides, and slanting sides are two slanting sides which are similar because they have mentioned that AC is equal to BD. So slanting side, for slanting side we require something, and that something is what? That something is basically we require um, we require slanting height, and this one, if we draw this triangle, if I redraw it, so this is the triangle which we are talking about, and um, if we understand from here and this one, so this middle portion is 4 centimeters, so remaining out of 10, this side will be 3, this side will be 3, so this section of the triangle, this one is also 3 centimeters, and this side is already 5 centimeters, so we can find slanting height by Pythagoras theorem, which is 3 squared plus 5 squared under root. This will be equal to what we can write. This is 9 plus 25, and 9 plus 25 will be 34 under root. So this will be the slanting height. So slanting height multiplied by 15 will be the side. So it will be 15 multiplied by 34 under root. This will be the slanting two sides. Now we have to basically multiply and calculate. So 15 multiplied by root of 34, and this is equal to this one multiplied by 2 is equal to 30 root 34. 30 root of 34. This will be our answer. Now we can add total surface area. So total surface area will be equal to, we can add this plus 60 plus 150 and plus 70, and this is equal to 454.928558. Okay, so 454.92855 This is the calculator number. Now we have to provide up to 3 significant figures. So we can write it as approximately 455. This is in case of 3 significant figures. 455 will be our answer. And this question was 6 marks, which we have done. Now, part 4, they are saying in a mathematically similar prism, the height of the trapezium is 10. Calculate the volume of the prism. Now this prism is having height of 5, which they have mentioned over here, 5. So k value will be 10. We can write here k value will be, ratio will be 10 divided by 5. New trapezium which they are talking about in this part 4 is 10. So this will be cancelled and this will be equal to 2. So k value is equal to 2. Now for the volume calculation, we are always using k cube, which will be equal to 2 cube, and that is 8. And the volume of the previous smaller prism is 500. It is provided over here, 525, this one, 525 centimeter cube. So this will be, volume will be equal to 8 multiplied by 525, and this will be equal to how much? This will be 525 multiplied by 8 is equal to 4200. 4200, and that will be in centimeter cube. This is 3 marks question which we are done. Now B part, a cuboid measures 10 centimeter by 4 and 6. So each side is measured correct to the nearest centimeter. So this is a lower bound, upper bound question. Complete the inequality of the volume. So we require minimum side is this one, maximum side is this one, which we need to fill the blank. So what we will be doing, we will be writing the lower and upper bounds. So 10 centimeter upper bound of 10 centimeter will be 10.5 and the lower bound will be 9.5. Similarly, for 4 upper bound will be 4.5 and lower bound will be 3.5. And for 6 we can write upper bound will be 6.5 and lower bound will be 5.5. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. Now for lower bound we will be multiplying the numbers which are lower bounds. So these numbers will be multiplying, which is 9.5 multiplied by 3.5 multiplied by 5.5, and this will give us lower bound. Whereas for upper bound we will be multiplying the numbers which are upper bounds like 10.5, 4.5 and 6.5. So it will be 10.5 multiplied by 4.5 multiplied by 6.5, and this section will provide us the upper value, and rest is just calculation. So 9.5 multiplied by 3.5 multiplied by 5.5, and this will be equal to 182.82. So 182.875 basically. So we can write 182.88 exact value. We can write 182.875, which is approximately this one which we have written over here. This is the lower bound, and the upper bound we can multiply this side as well. That is 10.5 multiplied by 4.5 multiplied by 6.5, and this will be equal to decimal value will be 307.125. 307.125, and up to 2 dp, 2 decimal places, we can write 307.13. This will be our upper bound answer. And keep in mind, you cannot switch these two values. If you will be switching these two values, your answer will be taken as wrong, so a mark will be deducted. So instead of 3 you will get 2. Now let us move to question number 4. Question number 4 is simultaneous equations part 1. Solve the simultaneous equations. You must show all your working, and equation 1, equation 2, two equations are provided. So first equation, to equalize the coefficients of q, we will multiply equation 1 we can multiply by 2, so it will be 4p minus 2q is equal to 14, and the second equation as it is we can copy 3p plus 2q is equal to 7. Now we can add, and we can write here adding we will be cancelling this, and the remaining will be 7p is equal to 21. So this implies p is equal to 21 over 7, and 27 over 1 will 21 over 7 will be 3. So p value is 3, which we got. Now we can find the value of q, so we can replace in first equation 2p minus q is equal to 7. So 2 into 3 minus q is equal to 7. So q is equal to 7 minus 6, which is equal to q will be equal to 6, and this will be 6 minus 7. Basically 6 minus 7, and it will be equal to minus 1. So this value will be minus 1, and this is the mark system. Hopefully you understood this. These are the values which we found. Now for B part, they are saying solve the equation, and this is simple straightforward equation which they have provided. we can multiply everything by 12 to get rid of these two denominators. So what we will do, we can write it as x by 4 and in brackets and multiply it by 12 plus 2x over 3 and multiply this also by 12 and equal to 12 into 1 in brackets. Now we can cancel. 4 cancel with 12 will be 3, 3 cancel with 12 will be 4, and we can multiply 3 with x will be 3x plus 4 into 2 will be 8x and is equal to 12, and we got rid of denominators. So 8 plus 3 will be 11x, so 11x is equal to 12. This implies x will be equal to 12 over 11, which we can write it as 1 whole 1 by 11. This will be our answer in mixed fraction format, and this is 2 marks part which we have done. Now C part is inequality. Inequality is solve this inequality, and we can we can write this portion first. So it will be minus 8 is less than 3x minus 2, and the second portion we can write this separately. So it will be 3x minus 2 is less than equal to 7. We can solve this. Minus 2 we can shift to the other side. So minus 8 plus 2 is less than 3x. So this will be minus 6 is less than 3x. Divide both sides by 3. Cancel 3 with 3 and 3 with 6. So it will be minus 2. So we can write minus 2 is less than x. Now on this side, if we solve minus 2, we can shift to other side. So 3x is less than equal to 7 plus 2, which is 9. So x will be less than equal to 9 by 3. And after cancellation, this will be 3, and our equation will be, inequality will be x is less than equal to 3. Now we can combine these two inequalities and write here x is less than equal to 3 and greater than minus 2. So this will be answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now for second part, find the integer value of x that satisfies the inequality. Now on the number line, if we check in between minus 2 and 3, like for example, if this is our number line, so this is 0, so it will be having minus 1 on this side, so 1, 2 and 3 on this side, so 1, 2, 3. So these will be basically the numbers minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. 3 will be included because this side is having less than and equal to symbol also, and minus 2 will not be included because this side is not including equal to in the inequality. This was 1 mark part which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now D part, factorize. We just need to factorize. We have to take maximum common. We can take maximum 4a common, so inside will be 4 minus a. That will be our final answer which we can provide over here. This is 2 marks question which we have done. Now E part, write each of the following as a single fraction in its simplest form. We can change division sign into multiplication, so it will be 4b over 3, and now we can cancel. This will be 2 will be cancelled by this, and we can write it as 2 over 2b over 3a. This will be our final answer, 2b over 3a, and this one will be the final. So hopefully you understood this also. Now the second part says this one we can take basically take LCM, or we can write like this, x minus 1, and this will be 2 into x minus 1 minus x, and this one we can open the bracket, so it will be 2x minus 2 minus x, and divided by x minus 1, and this will be equal to x minus 2 over x minus 1, which will be our final answer for this part. Hopefully you understood. This is 2 marks part. Question number 5. Question number 5, A part says $500 is invested at rate of 3% per year. Calculate the total interest earned at the end of 7 years when number 1, simple interest is paid. So we know simple interest formula is interest equal to PRT over 100. So PRT over 100 we will be applying, and this will be equal to P principal amount, which is $500, multiplied by rate, which is 3%, into duration, which is 7 over 100, and this will be interest, and this is equal to fraction. This will be 500 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 and divided by 100 will be equal to 105. So interest will be 105 for this one. It is 2 mark question, which we are done. Now for second part, it is compound interest, and the compound interest formula is what? Amount is equal to principal amount into 1 plus r over 100 raised to the power n or t, and after calculating this amount we can deduct the principal amount. So a minus b, this will give us interest, and we will be applying these two formulas for this calculation. So we can reduce this in size so that we can save the space for us. Now we can replace the values, and the values are what? Amount will be equal to principal amount, which is $500. So we can write 500, and 1 plus rate is 3%, and time duration is 7. So this will be, we can write over here, this will be equal to 500 into 1 plus 3 over 100, and this will be raised to the power 7, and this is equal to 614.94. 614.94, and amount interest will be equal to 614.94 minus 500, which is the original investment. So this will be equal to minus 500 will be equal to 114.94. So 114.94 up to 2 decimal places. This will be our answer, which we can provide over here, 114.94. 3 marks part, which we are done. Now we can move to the B part. B part says the value of car decreases exponentially by 10% each year. The value now is this much, and calculate the value of the car 3 years ago. So we will be using the formula. Basically the technique which we will be using will be, we don't know the original price back 3 years, so we will suppose as a x, and this is the principal or the starting amount, and 1 minus, why we are taking minus? Because of exponential decrease. So 1 minus rate of increase, which is 10 over 100. 10 I'll write properly. It's okay, 10, and now duration is 3 years, and the amount, this one is resulting to 6269.40 dollars. Now we can find the value of x. To find the value of x, we can shift this whole thing to the other side, and we will write like this one, and divided by, keep as it is like this, and use calculator to solve, and this will be fraction 6269.40 and divided by bracket 1 minus 10 over 100, and this will be raised to the power 3, and this will give us 8600 dollars. This is the amount. Now we can check basically this question also. So how we can check? We can, now if we take this as principal amount and decrease this with the 10% rate, we should get 6269.0. So for the check we can write like this one. So 8600, the same compound interest formula which I am applying. If I write amount is equal to P into 1 plus, in case of increase, in case of exponential decrease we are taking minus. So we can write here minus rate over 100 raised per t. This is in case of exponential decrease. So this one we can write it as 1 minus 10 over 100 raised to the power 3 years, and this amount we can check. This will be how much? 8600 into 1 minus 10 divided by 100, and this will be raised to the power 3, and if you check, this is 6269.4, which is same as this amount which is given basically in the question. So this check is also helpful. Answer is 8600, 3 marks question which we are done. Now question number 6. This is interesting question. Calculate AD. AD is this side which we need to calculate. Diagram is not to scale. So we have opposite side which is 12 and its opposite angle, and AD opposite angle is 50. So we can write sine rule. So 12 over sine of 100 degrees will be equal to AD over sine of 50 degrees, and AD will be equal to 12 sine 50 degree divided by sine of 100 degrees, and this one we can simplify fraction. 12 sine of 50 divided by sine of 100, and bracket close, and this is equal to 9.33. This is centimeters, and 9.33 centimeter is already written for us. So this is 3 marks question. So this will be 9.33. Now B part says calculate angle BAC. Which one is BAC? BAC. Okay, so this angle we need to calculate, and calculate angle BAC and show that it rounds to 40.42, correct to 2 decimal places. So, and this is 4 marks basically question. Good. So we can solve this easy question. We have all 3 sides, so we can apply cosine rule. So opposite side is this one of the angle which is required. So BC square will be equal to, so we can write BC square is equal to AB squared plus AC squared minus 2 into AB into AC into cos of angle A. So now we can replace the values. BC is 8, so 8 square is equal to 11 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 into 11 into 12 into cos of angle A. So we can write basically angle A is equal to 8 cos inverse of 8 squared minus 11 squared minus 12 squared, we have shifted to other side, and divided by minus 2 into 11 into 12, and that will be closed. Now we can find this. Shift cos, your calculator should be in degree mode, and this will be 8 squared minus 11 squared. You can apply direct formula for the cos angle. If you have memorized that formula, you can take advantage and you can directly apply, and but you will get the same answer. So I have applied the cosine rule, proper cosine rule, so that you can, all of you can understand it better. So it will be 40.415, 40.415, and up to 2 decimal places we can round it to 40.42. This will be our final answer for 4 marks which we have shown. Now C part, they are saying calculate the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. Now ABCD quadrilateral is containing basically 2 triangles. So we have to we can take the area, like for example area of 2 triangles we need to find. So this one we can take like A1 and this one A2. So area of A1 will be equal to what? We have this side, we have this side, and third angle, this one we can find, and this will be 2 angles we have. So 100 plus 50 will be 150, 180 minus 150 will be 30. So this angle is 30. So 2 sides and included angle we will use and apply area formula half into AB sine C. So in area of A1, I'm mentioning here area of triangle A1 will be equal to, or you can mention triangle ADC or ACD. ACD, and this will be equal to 1 by 2 AB sine C, half AB is 12, one side is 12, the other side which we calculated is 9.33 into sine of, just we calculated angle 30 degree, and this will be equal to how much? This will be 0.5 into 12 into 9.33, and sine of 30 degree, and this is equal to 27.99, 27.99 centimeters square. Now area of the other triangle, the other triangle is ABC, so ABC will be equal to, similarly we calculated basically 40.42, we calculated angle BAC, this one 40.42 degrees, we calculated this angle. Now we can use 11 and 12 two sides and 40.42. So this will be 1 by 2 into 11 into 40.42, and sine of, no, 40, this should be sine of 40.42, and this other side is basically 12 in brackets, and this will be equal to, we can calculate 0.5 into 11 into 12 into sine of 40.42, and this is giving us 42.79, 42.79. This is centimeter squares. Now we can add these two areas, so total area required is equal to 42.79 plus 27.99, and this will be equal to plus 27.99 will be equal to 70.78. 70.78 centimeters square. 70.78 centimeters square. This will be our final answer for 3 marks. Now D part, they are saying calculate the shortest distance from B to AC. So we'll figure out what is the distance. So B to AC will be shortest distance will be this one, perpendicular line which we can draw like this. This will be the shortest distance. Now we can find this distance. How we will be finding this distance? Basically, we can consider this triangle. This triangle we can consider. In this triangle, we can label this triangle, basically this point, as E. So in triangle ABE, we can write in triangle ABE, in triangle ABE, BE over AB will be sine of 40.42. So we can write BE over AB will be equal to sine of 40.42, and AB we know is 11, so BE is equal to 11 sine of 40.42, and this will be equal to 11 sine of 40.42 is equal to 7.13 up to 2 dp, so 7.13 will be centimeters. Answer 3 marks, which we are done. Hopefully you understood this. Question number 7a part. Amir buys 3 cakes that cost C cents each and 2 loaves of bread that cost 2C minus 11 cents each. He spends a total of this much dollars. Find the value of C. So we can see 3 cakes and cost C cent. So equation we can form like 3C and 2 loaves of bread that cost this much percent each. So plus 2 loaves of bread and 2C minus 11 is cost for each one, and this is equal to $5.87. So 5.87 multiplied by 100, we have converted, by multiplying 100 we have converted into cents. Now we can open the brackets and simplify and find the value of C. So this will be 4C minus 22 is equal to, this will be 587. After multiplication, decimal will be gone. Now 3 plus 4 will be 7. So 7C is equal to 587 plus 22, and this will be equal to 587 plus 22 is equal to 609, and C will be equal to 609 divided by 7, and this will be divided by 7 is equal to 87. So C value will be 87. This was a 3 marks question which we are done. Now B part, a bottle of water costs W dollars and a bottle of juice costs W plus 1. Alex spends 22 on bottles of water. So on bottle of water spend $22, whereas 42 bottles of juice. So juice is what? Juice is W plus 1, and ratio 42 we can write basically quotient symbol, and this will be internal will be multiplied by external. We can put bracket over here, and we will get 22 multiplied by W plus 1 will be equal to 42 multiplied by W, so 42W. Now we can open the bracket. 22W plus 22 is equal to 42W, and this implies 42W minus 22W is equal to 22. So this will be 20W is equal to 22. So W will be equal to 22 over 20, and 22 over 20 we can write like 11 by 10, and that can be written as 1.1. This is a 3 marks question which we are done with. Now C part says Elisa walks a distance of 9 kilometer at a speed of x kilometer per hour. She then runs a distance of 5 kilometer at a speed of 2x plus 1 kilometer per hour. The total time is 2.5 hours. Show that this is equal to this. So speed, we know speed is equal to distance over time. So x is the distance. When x is the distance, x is basically the speed. X is the speed. Time, x is speed, and 9 is the distance. 9 kilometer is the distance, and time we can take it as t1. So t1 time for this one and t2 time for this one. So we can write, this implies t1 is equal to 9 over x, whereas t2, if we find, that will be 2x plus 1 is equal to okay, so I will rewrite, that is speed is 2x plus 1 is equal to distance, which is 5 over t2. We can write this as t1 and this one as t2. So t2 will be equal to 5 over 2x plus 1. Now t1 plus t2, we can find t1 plus t2 will be equal to this will be equal to 9 over x plus 5 over 2x plus 1, and we can basically, we know this is how much, this is 2.5 hours, so this is equal to 2.5. Now we can simplify this equation which we have formed, and we will be multiplying everything by x into, or otherwise we can take LCM on this side. It will be x into 2x plus 1, and this will be 9 multiplied by 2x plus 1. So 9 into 2x plus 1 plus 5 multiplied by x will be 5x is equal to 2.5. Now further we can cross multiply and open bracket also. So 18x plus 9 plus 5x is equal to 2.5x into 2x plus 1, and further we can write 18 plus 5 will be 23. So 23 minus 9 plus 9 is equal to 2.5 into 2 will be 5x squared, and 2.5 plus 2 will be plus 2.5 multiplied by 1 will be 2.5x, so 2.5x. Now we can shift this also. This is 23x we missed over here, so I will write here 23x. Now we can shift these things also to other side. So 5x squared and plus 2.5x minus 23x and minus 9 is equal to 0, and we can rewrite it as 5x squared 20 minus 23 plus 2.5 will be minus 20.5x minus 9 is equal to 0. Now we have to show this one as 10x squared. So we'll multiply this whole equation by 2, and this implies this will be 10x squared minus 20.5 will be 41. So 41x minus 18 is equal to 0, and this is the equation which we proved, and it was 4-mark question. Now they're saying for part second, work out Elisa's running speed. You must show all your working. Now we require this running speed. Running speed means we will be solving the quadratic equation which we formed in the previous part, and that x value we will calculate. So now we can factorize basically, or we can apply quadratic formula, whatever is convenient for you. You can use that one. I will use the quadratic formula. A is 10, B is equal to minus 41, and C is equal to minus 18 is equal to 0. So no, not equal to 0. So these are ABC values, and x is equal to what? X is equal to, formula is minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a, quadratic formula. In this quadratic formula, we'll be replacing the values, and x will be equal to minus b mean minus 41 plus minus b square mean minus 41 square. Always replace values in quadratic formula in brackets. So इसके minus 4a and c will be this one divided by 2a. A value is 10. Now we can use calculator to find x. One value will be with the plus sign, so we'll use calculator with the plus sign, and this will be minus into minus 41 like this, and plus I'm using here. Next will be minus, so into minus 41 bracket and square, and minus 4 into 10 into minus 18 bracket close, and divided by 2 into 10 will be 20, and this is equal to 9 by 2, or you can write 4.5. So 4.5 is one value, and x2 we can go for the negative one, and negative one we will be changing over here. This will be the negative value, and this is equal to minus 2 by 5. So x2 will be equal to minus 2 over 5. But running speed cannot be negative, so this value is rejected as negative. So negative value we can write like this. So this is rejected. Now we can use this value, which is 4.5. We can use this value, and this speed is what? Speed is equal to running speed. The running will be 2x plus 1, and x value we will use 4.5. So 2 into 4.5 plus 1, which is equal to 9 plus 1, which will be 10. So this will be 10 kilometers per hour, and this is for 4 marks, which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 8. Question number 8 is pie chart question. So Jane asks 600 people to choose their favorite sport. The pie chart shows some of this information: football, tennis, and rugby. Angles are provided. Part 1 show that 100 people choose tennis. So for tennis, we have this area is for tennis. So we can check angle is basically 60. So we can 300 is basically not 300, 600. 600 people are covering this whole 360 angle. This is 360 angle of the circle. So 600 divided by 360, for each degree we will calculate how many people will be for each degree. So 600 divided by 360 will give us 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 will be for each degree. Now we are having for tennis, we are having 60 degrees. So it will be 60 multiplied by 5 by 3, and this will be equal to 5 by 3 is already there. So 60 multiplied by this will be 100. And the same calculation, even this is basically 1 mark question. So we can write here 60 into 5 by 3 is equal to 100. This is what we have shown, 1 mark question. Second part, work out how many people choose rugby. So rugby is 27 degrees. So in the pie chart, so it will be 27 multiplied by same 5 by 3 we will use. So 5 by 3 will be equal to 27 multiplied by 5 over 3 is giving us 45. So 45 will be answer for this one. It is 2 marks. Part 3 says 125 people choose cricket and the rest choose swimming. Complete the pie chart. So 125 people are choosing cricket. So for the cricket we can check, we can multiply 125. Basically we have to divide 125 by 5 over 3 because we require from people to degrees. If we have to convert degrees to people, we are using this one, multiplying by 5 by 3. Now we are reversing that one. So 125 divided by 5 over 3, and this will be equal to 75 degrees. And this angle will be 75 degrees, and this was a 2 mark question. We have to show on the pie chart also. So roughly if I show 75 like this one, so we can show this angle as 75 degrees, and 75 degrees is for cricket, and the rest is swimming. So rest will be how much, that we will calculate. So that is for swimming portion. This is swimming portion, and this will be 360 minus, we have to add all 75 plus 105 plus 60 plus 27, and this will give us the whole calculation which we can calculate over here. 360 minus, in brackets it will be 75 plus 105 plus 60 plus 27 bracket close, and this will be equal to 93 degrees will be basically swimming, which we can show over here, and this is done. B part says the heights of some plants are measured. Smallest height is this one, range is this, median is this, lower quartile and interquartile is provided. So on the grid, draw box and whisker plot to show this information. We will start with the easiest one, like smallest height is 0.6. So 0.6, if we check the scale, 0.6 will be roughly over here will be the 0.6, and we can take like middle point. We can take basically the middle point over here. So roughly I'm taking like middle line over here. So uh, we will be moving like 1 2 3 4 units, 5 units up we can take, and 1 2 3 4 5 units down we can take. Okay, so this line I have made. Now after that, this is basically the smallest 0.6 which we have given. Now the range is 8.5. So range, you know, is what range is. Range is maximum minus minimum. Maximum minus minimum. So if we have range and minimum, so maximum will be equal to range plus minimum value. So this will be range will be 8.1 plus minimum value is 0.6, so it will be 8.7. So 8.7 we need to figure out. 8.6 will be this line. So a little more than that, means like up to this one, in the middle of that we can draw the line. So we can take from this point in the middle, we can take up to this one. So this is basically we have taken up to 8.7, I'm writing here. And then comes range, also we have indicated. Median is 5.2. So median 5.2 will be this line, and median we can show in the middle, basically over here up to this line we can show, and this will be till here. Okay, we can make lines smaller than the end lines. And now we are having, this is also done. Then interquartile is 3.4, and lower quartile, basically first lower quartile is 3.4. So lower quartile is 3.4 will be this one. So 3.4 we can take this indication, and from this point to this one will be lower quartile. And then comes upper quartile. For upper quartile, we don't have upper quartile, but we have interquartile. So interquartile will be upper quartile minus lower quartile. Interquartile is equal to upper quartile minus lower quartile. This is what you need to keep in mind. So upper quartile will be equal to interquartile plus lower quartile, and lower quartile is 3.4 and interquartile is 4.1. So 4.1 plus 3.4 will be 7.5, and 7.5 will be in the middle over here. So 7.5 I'm indicating over here, and hopefully you are understanding each and everything. So carefully I'm trying to explain also and draw proper drawing as well, so that you can figure out. This will be the box, and the whiskers also we can show the whiskers, and whiskers will be like this one. Okay, I will redo for the whisker, this one, and this one will be the whisker. Now we are done with this. Hopefully you understood. I have indicated the points for your understanding also, and this is done. Hopefully you understood everything. Now this is C part. C part says a dice is rolled 100 times. The frequency table shows the results. Find the range. Range will be maximum minus minimum. Maximum score is 6, minimum is 1. So 6 minus 1 will be equal to 5. So the range is 5, 1 mark part. The mode. Mode will be most occurring. Mode will be most occurring or most repeating. So 2 is most repeating, which is 25 times. So answer will be 2, 1 mark part again. Now this is median. Median will be the middle value out of 100. Middle value we can check for 50, basically 50th value. In this one, middle 2 we can take if it is even. So 50 plus 1, so it will be 16 plus 25 will be how much? 16 plus 25 will be 41, plus 17 will be 58. So it will be in this one. So we are having 3 over here. So this will be, median will be 3 value. Hopefully you understood this. Now part D says 50 students answer mathematics question. The table shows the time t seconds taken by each student to answer the question. we have to estimate for the mean value. So mean value we can check for middle of 10 and 20 will be 15, and 20 and 25 will be 22.5, middle of 25 and 30 will be 27.5. You can add 25 plus 30 and divide it by 2, and similarly this will be 40, midpoint of 50, and 80 midpoint will be 65. Now after getting the midpoints, now we have to apply the formula, which is mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f. So this will be the formula which we'll be using. Now we can apply here, this will be mean will be equal to 2 multiplied by 15, so 2 multiplied by 15 plus next will be 8 multiplied by 22.5 plus this will be 12 multiplied by 27.5 plus next will be 16 multiplied by 40 and plus next will be 12 multiplied by 65, and this will be divided by the sum of frequencies, which is 50. So 50 is mentioned over here also, and you can add the frequencies, so you will get 50. Now we can use calculator for this, and this will be 15 into 2 will be 30 plus this one we can write in bracket 8 multiplied by 22.5 bracket close, and plus next will be 12 multiplied by 27.5 bracket close, and plus next will be 16 multiplied by 40 and bracket will be close, plus this will be 12 multiplied by 65 and divided by 50, and this will be equal to 196 over 5. 196 over 5, which will be in decimal will be 39.2. 39.2 will be the mean value which we got as answer, and this was 4-mark question which we have done. Now for question number 9, they have given this equation: find the coordinates of the point where graph of y is equal to f of x crosses the x-axis. So when graph crosses the x-axis means y value will be equal to 0, so we can replace. So we can write at x-axis y will be equal to 0, so x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So these are x values, and y value will be 0 for all, and this will be 0 0, then 1 and 0, and 2 and 0. This is 2 marks part which we have done. Now they are saying part B, show that this is equal to this one. Basically the same thing. F of x we will open. So f of x is equal to, it is given x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. So we'll multiply first these two, and this will be x squared minus x, and then we will multiply these two terms. So it will be x squared into x will be x cubed, x squared into minus 2 will be minus 2x squared, minus x into x will be minus x squared, then minus x into minus 2 will be plus 2x. Now we can write it as x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x. This will be the f of x which was required over here, and it was 2 marks part which we are done. Now C part, find the coordinates of the turning points of the graph of y is equal to f of x. Show all your working and give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. We know f of x is equal to what? F of x is equal to for the turning point, f of x is given, which is x cube minus 3. This is basically the just now we have calculated 2x. Now we can find f dash of x, basically find the coordinates of the turning point of the graph of y is equal to f of x. So for turning points, we will be calculating f dash of x and we'll put equal to 0. And this will be 3x squared minus, we are taking derivative of this. So power will be pulled first, which is 3. And x raised for 3 minus 1, which will be 2. Similarly, this will be 3 into 2 will be 6, and x raised for 2 minus 1 will be 1. And that we can leave this. So plus derivative of 2x will be 2, and this one we will put equal to 0. Why? Because it is turning point. So on the turning point, upper or lower side, so on the turning point like this one, gradient will be 0. This is what we have applied, and this will be, in this case it is opening upward, so x value, now we can, this is basically our f dash of x. Now we can calculate, we can factorize this, and this will be what? X will be equal to, we can take a, b, c values, apply quadratic formula. A is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 6, and c is equal to 2. When we replace the values of this one, x is equal to minus b, so minus 6 plus minus b square will be minus 6 square, b square minus 4ac, so a and c divided by 2a, so a value is 3. And now we can use calculator for this calculation, so it will be minus into minus 6, you can type like this, and we will use plus sign, then later on we will be using a negative sign also. So it will be in brackets minus 6, and this will be squared, and minus 4 into 3, always replace values in brackets, that will be reducing your chances of mistake. And this will be 3 plus under root 3 over 3. 3 plus under root 3 over 3, this will be x1 value, and x2 value, if we replace negative sign, this one, this as negative, and we'll get 3 minus under root 3 minus under root 3 over 3. These will be the two values, and the decimal values, if we check the negative decimal value will be 0.42. 0.42, this one, basically this will be x2 value, and x1 value we can check the x1 value with the plus sign. Yes, so this will be 1.577, so we can write 1.6. So this value will be x1, and this will be x2. Now we can find y values, and we know f of x is equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x, and f of 1.6 we can check, and for that one what we can do, we can type the equation alpha x cubed, we can write like this, and minus 3 and x and squared and plus 2 and x. So after typing this equation, we can solve it, calculate it for 1.6. So calculate for x is equal to 1.6, and we will get value minus 0.384. So minus 0.384, this will be the value. And for f of 0.42, we can check for that one also, calculate for x is equal to 0.42, and this will be 0.385. or 0.385, yes. So this is equal to 0.385 or 4. We will have to check, basically calculate for 0. Not 42, it's 0.4 basically. For up to one decimal place we can write 0.4. So this will be equal to 0.384. So 384. These will be the y values. So we can write the point for 1.6. We got value as minus 0.384, 0.384, and for 0.4 y value is 0.384 plus value. So this is how we can basically up to one decimal place, if we have to provide, if up to one decimal place we can write 0.4, and this one, this will be minus 0.4, this will be plus 0.4, and this is 8 marks question which we are done. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Then next section is saying sketch the graph of y is equal to f of x. Now we have points. What are those points? Basically it is passing through this is the curve, this one, f of x is equal to x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. We can write here f of x is equal to x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. So the points will be what? Point will be passing through this one, and the second point will be 1, which is this one, and this will be the third point, it will be 2. And if we check for this one, if we check the equation which we have typed, the same equation we can use. And if we take the value like lower than 0, or like minus 0.5, so calculate for minus 0.5, we will see this is the negative value. So it means this side is approaching from lower side, from negative side, so we cannot draw from upper side. So we are taking this side down, and in the middle we can take 0.5. So calculate for 0.5 in the middle will be 3.8, which is 0.37. So and if we calculate for 1, this will be equal to 0. So it means it's curving like this one. And similarly we can check for 1.5. So calculate for 1.5, and this will be minus same thing. So and for if we check for 2, it will be 0. So it means it is curving similarly like this one. If we bend a little more, so it will be like this. And if we check the beyond 2 portions, so calculate 2.1, and this is positive value, so going up like this. So this is the sketch you can draw, and you have to show the x-intercepts and y-intercept. That's what we have done with. These are 2 marks question which is done. Hopefully you understood it. Now question number 10. Question number 10 says Sarah spins a fair 4-sided spinner number 0, 1, 1 and 3. So 2 times 1 out of 4, 2 times 1. And then part 1, what number is the spinner most likely to land on? Because out of 4, 2 or 1, so most likely is 1. This is 1 mark part which we have done. Now second part, Sarah spins the spinner twice. Find the probability that it lands on the number 1 both times. So probability for first landing on 1 will be 2 by 4. 2 by 4, and for the second one also it will be 2 by 4, and we can write 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, which will be equal to 1 over 4. So this will be the answer which we can write over here. This was 2 mark part. Now for part third, Sarah spins the spinner until it lands on the number 3. So the probability that this happens on the nth spin is this much. Nth spin is important, which we'll be using. Find the value of n. So before, until nth spin, we have done like n minus 1 spins we have already done, and we are not getting basically 3, so it will be uh, 3 by 4 of basically n minus 1. So Sarah spins the spinner until it lands on the number 3. So remaining will be like 0 and 1 and 1 and 3. So not getting 3 means 3 out of 4. That's why we have written this 3 out of 4. And raised to the power n minus 1. Why? Because nth time we will get 3, but before nth time will be n minus 1 turns in which we are not getting 3. So, and the second will be nth time we will get 3, so that will be having probability of 1 by 4, and this is equal to this one which they have already provided. So we can equalize to this and we will find the value of n. How will find the value of n? We will be basically first of all shifting this to the other side, and or what we can do basically, yes, so we can shift this 4 to other side, so it will be n minus 1 will be equal to 729 multiplied by 4 over this will be 16384, and we can simplify this. It will be 729 multiplied by 4 and divided by 16384, and this will be equal to 729 over this will be 4096, which can be written as 3 by 4, 729, 3 raised to the power 7 will be equal to this one. Basically, if we check for the 6 one, so 3 raised to the power 6 will be equal to 729. So we can write 3 raised to the power 6 over this will be 4 raised to the power 6 will be equal to 4096. So this will be 4 raised to the power 6, or we can write combined power like this one. Now 3 over 4 raised to the power n minus 1 is equal to 3 over 4 raised to the power 6. Bases are same, so powers can be compared. So we can write n minus 1, we can write here n minus 1 is equal to 6. This implies n will be equal to 6 plus 1, which is equal to 7. So 7 will be our final answer for this 2-box question. Now B part, Scott takes an exam. The exam is in 2 parts, the theory test and practical test. Both parts must be passed, and to pass the exam, the probability that Scott passes the theory test is 0.9 and the probability for passing the practical test is 0.8. Find the probability that Scott passes exam. So for passing you need this and this probability. So 0.9 into 0.8, and this will be equal to 0.9 multiplied by 0.8 will be equal to 0.72. This will be the answer, 0.72. Straightforward 2 marks question which we are done. And second part, Scott passes the theory test or the probability theory test or the practical test, but not both. So one of them pass. If theory pass, so it will be 0.9 in, and practical not pass, so it will be 0.2 remaining probability, and plus if theory not passed will be 0.1 and practical pass will be 0.8. We will be checking for this one, and that will be the answer in brackets 0.9 multiply by 0.2 plus next will be 0.1 multiply by 0.8, and this is giving us answer as 0.26. 0.26 will be 0.26 will be our final answer for 3 marks. Last question, question number 11. Question 11 is functions question. F of x, g of x, h of x, and j of x is provided. Find the value of h of 3. So in h of x, we will be replacing x is equal to 3. So h of 3 will be equal to 4 raised to power 3, and that will be 4 raised to the power 3 will be equal to 64. So 64 will be our answer for 1 mark question. So second part, f of h of 3. H of 3 we have already calculated 64. So f of h of 3 will be equal to f of 64, and in f of x we can replace x is equal to 64. So this will be 64 minus 1, and we can use calculator for this. So it will be 2 in brackets will be 64 minus 1, and this will be equal to 127. So 127 will be our answer for 1 mark. B part, solve the equation g of f of x. Now g of f of x, so we can write as g of f of x is this one, so we can write 2x minus 1, and in g of x we will be replacing x by 2x minus 1. So when we replace x square, so it will be 2x minus 1 square, and plus this will be 2, and this x will be replaced by 2x minus 1. Now we have to basically just simplify algebraic expression. So it will be, if we open the square, it will be 4x squared a square plus b square minus 2ab. So this is the formula which I am using. A minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. This is the formula which I am using. So it will be 4x square plus 1 minus 4x, and if we multiply this section it will be plus 4x and minus 2 plus 4x, and minus 4x will cancel, and the remaining portion will be 4x squared and minus 1, and this is equal to 0, which they have already provided, so we can write equal to 0, and this is equal to 0. So this will be, this implies 4x square is equal to 1, x is equal to plus minus 1 by 2. This will be our answer. So 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2, this will be our answer, and this is 4 marks part which we have done now. C part, P inverse of x is equal to f of x. Find P of x. So P inverse of x is equal to f of x. So we can take inverse on both sides, and that inverse will be like this one. So P inverse of inverse, we can write P of x, and this will be f inverse of x. So f inverse of x we need to find, and that will be f of x. We know f of x is equal to what? F of x is equal to 2x minus 1. So we can write 2x minus 1. So it means y is equal to 2x minus 1. So this implies 2x will be equal to y plus 1. So x will be equal to y plus 1 by 2. Now we can swap x and y. So y, which is basically f inverse of x, is equal to x plus 1 over 2. So this will be our answer for 2 marks, which we are done with. Now we can move to the D part, and D part says h of x, j of x is equal to 1 by 2. Find the value of x. Now h of x is what? H of x is, if we check, h of x is x 4 raised to power x. So 4 raised to the power x, and g of x is 2 raised to power x. So 2 raised power x, and this is equal to 1 over under root 2. And this one we can simplify basis, we can change this one to 2, so it will be 2x into 2 raised power x is equal to 1 over root 2, or we can write 2 raised power minus 1 by 2. Now we can, bases are same, so powers can be added, so it will be 2 raised power 2x plus x is equal to 2 raised power minus 1 by 2. So 2 raised power 3x is equal to 2 raised power minus 1 by 2. So we can write 3x is equal to minus 1 by 2, and x will be equal to minus 1 over 6. When we shift 3, 3 will be going as denominator, so minus 1 by 6 will be our final answer for this 3 marks question. We are done with the paper. As I mentioned at the beginning that so far official marking scheme is not available, not yet provided, so we have taken extreme care for solving the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and also recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows, and introduce this channel to your respective teachers as well. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.